Hi everybody, welcome to Yoga with Sarah Trapani. I'm Sarah and today we're doing a class for wrist and forearm stretching. So if you have really tight wrists and forearms, this is the class for you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the mat. So let's get started in a comfortable upright cross-legged seat, either ankle crossed on top. Rest your hands on tops of your knees and close your eyes. Feel the warmth of the hands connecting onto the kneecaps. And as you ground through the two sitting bones down toward the floor, feel the length lifting from your lower back, right up through the base of the skull, right up through the crown of the head. The shoulder blades relax down so the collarbones are broad. And we align the nose right over the belly button. Relax your face, relax your eyes. Tune into the natural flow of your breath as you arrive in this practice and giving yourself permission to really be here for this brief practice. Always returning to the breath as a way to come back to center, as a way to come back to focus. Now start to bring the hands together in front of the body and rub the hands together to generate some warmth. And then we'll press the palms away from the body, really fanning the fingers really wide. Press the palms away, flip the fingertips up, and curl the fingertips toward your ears. So your elbows could be a little bit soft at first, and then you can press as if you're pressing the palms right away from the body. And we'll do that a couple times, bringing the elbows down toward your ribs, and then press right away. And again, elbows down, shoulders down, and then press away and hold. And then from that position, we're going to curl the fingertips right underneath as much as you can. So you're really making this kind of curling underneath action of the wrists. And then we'll flip them up, and then we'll curl them underneath. And we'll flip them up and fan the fingers really wide, and then curl them underneath. And then flip them up. Good. And then curl. So we're starting to get warm through the wrists, through the forearms. And curl. Good. Now lean back. Bring your pinkies forward to touch. Bring your knees up a little bit. Then cross your other ankle on top just to balance out your hips. Now interlace your fingers. Bring your palms in toward your chest and resist like you're trying to pull the interlace of the fingers apart. And then switch. Interlace the non-habitual finger on top and pull like you're pulling the elbows away and trying not to break that. Good. And then flip the palms forward, press the palms right forward, right away from your chest. And then from that place, reach the palms right up alongside, reach the arms up right up alongside the ears. Feel that stretch. Good. Right through the base of the palms. Now, take the palms to face each other. Take your right first finger and thumb and hook it right on your left wrist very lightly. And then gently pull over to the right. So actually using that first finger and thumb on your right hand to give the wrist a little pull. And we'll see how that tension in the wrist and forearm can correlate down into the side body, down under the shoulder blade. Let's inhale in that little pull. And then exhale, come back to center. Shake your hands off. Do the other side. Left first finger and thumb hooking around the wrist. The palm is going to face the floor as you come over to the left. Use that left hand to pull that right arm up and overhead. And keep gently drawing your ribs in as you breathe through that right side. Good. Slight turning of that right pinky in toward the body for that little bit of a pull. Inhale, and then exhale. Come around back to center. Shake the hands off. Now take your fingertips back behind you and extend your legs out straight in a little bit of a V. Interlace either finger on top, and then flip the palms away and press the palms towards your left foot. Feel that stretch through the left hamstring. That's nice. Press the wrists away from the shoulder. Then bring your hands into prayer hands as you come back to center and squeeze the wrists in right to touch pretty firmly to the center of the chest. Lean back a little bit. You can even spread your fingers for more of a wrist stretch. Then interlace, press the palms towards your right foot, right away from the shoulder joint. Inhale, exhale. Wrists come in, fingers fan, lean back. And then press away, right from the shoulder. Inhale, exhale. Fingers fan, nice firm connection of heels of hands to chest. Flow through that a couple of times. Inhale as you press away, exhale. You could even switch the interlace of the fingers each time as you move through that. So really strengthening and opening through the wrists and forearms with that flow. And that chains right up into your shoulder joint. Come back. Now lean back. One more press. Reach forward, tented fingers on the ground. Take a pause, leaning forward for a moment, and then go ahead and sit on up. Cross either ankle on top. Make your way into a tabletop position. So from our tabletop position, let's take the heels of the hands to face each other so your fingertips turn outward, away from each other, and we're fanning the fingers wide. And I'll turn toward you so you can see that. And we'll start with rocking over to the right, back to center, and over to the left. So your fingers are fanned really wide, like downward dog hands. Each finger spread out, pads the fingers grip, and we explore that. And you can even explore in a circle forward through the chest and back, and do that a couple times with some grippiness in the fingertips, so that if I were going to take your fingertip and lift it up, it would snap right back down, because there's some tension, a little bit of tension with the connection of the fingertips to the mat. Nice. And then when you come back, we're starting to peel the left fingertips up and lift, and then release the left fingertips down. Peel your right fingertips up and lift. And so you make this little kind of action with your fingertips, almost like you're pinching and lifting something up out of the ground. And you do that a few times. Good. Pulling up. Nice. And then go ahead and stand up on your knees. Shake your hands off, flicking water off your wrists, imaginary water. Now let's do this stretch. Take your palms forward to face each other. Take your right hand underneath, left hand on top, and then start to reach around so that you interlace the fingers, and now your wrists are crossed. Now press the fingertips away, and then bring the wrists toward your chest, and then forward, and then toward your chest, and then forward, and then hook underneath. So you're bringing the pinky sides of your hand up and in toward your body, and then unstretch, and then in, and then unstretch, and then in. It's like you're holding your own hand. It's a nice sensation there as you extend out, and then in. One more out, and then in. Hold in, and then gently release. Let the fingertips come down. Open and close your hands, and we'll do the other side. Left palm underneath, right hand on top. Reach around, cross the wrists, interlace the fingers. Press the knuckles away from your chest, and then bend the elbows open and underneath, and then away, and then underneath, and then away, and then underneath, and then away, and then underneath, and then away. And then we'll do that, just open the elbows, bring them in, and away. Open the elbows, bring the wrists toward the chest, and then away, and then in, and then away. Then let the arms come down, release, shake your hands. So let's come back down into a tabletop position, bringing your palms onto the ground right under the shoulders. And you can take the tops of feet flat. If your knees were tender, you could always put a blanket underneath your knees. So what we're going to do is lift your belly a little bit, and then take your left hand, peel palm up, and then turn the fingertips either toward the outside edge of your mat or try to turn the fingertips all the way toward your knee and bring the heel of the hand all the way down. And you could rock a little bit there. See how that feels. Nice deep stretch into the wrist and forearm. And then we're peeling that left hand away slowly and take the left fingertips forward. And we're going to do the other side. Turn your right fingertips out or flip them right back to face your right knee. Pause. See how that feels. If it's too intense, you can always just keep those fingertips facing the outside edge of your mat. We'll start to slowly circulate around, just kind of move forward and back a little bit. Keeping a little smile on your face can help. And then peel that right hand away and flip the fingertips forward. We're going to start to move with the flow. Flip the left fingertips back and then the right fingertips back. Left fingertips forward, right fingertips forward. Left fingertips back, right fingertips back. And try to do that a few times. Whatever pace, it could be a little slower or it could be a little more quick. Making sure you keep your elbows soft. Good. Nice. And then when you flip the wrists back toward your knees, walk them back a little bit more and then start to sit back toward your heels. Peel the heels of the hands away very slowly. Very, very slowly. So each little knuckle peels off like you're peeling your hands off of a sticky surface. And then bring the palms to rest right on tops of the thighs. Couple shoulder rolls. Good. And shake the hands off nice and gentle. Now take your left fingertip forward. Let your hand just drape there. Make a fist. And then flip your palm up. Start to curl your fingertips back. Take your right hand and give a little pull. Plug that left shoulder in. And inhale. And exhale, release. Little shake, really lazy. And then bring that right hand forward like you're presenting someone your hand to kiss. And let it be really loose. And then turn the palm up. Curl the fingertips towards you. Take your left hand in front and give a little pull. Soft elbow. Real gentle. How does that feel up into the forearm? And then release. Lazy shake. Then come over on to sit on the base of the seat. Extend your legs around. And bring your legs out. And then let's take this with the hands behind you. Fingertips point toward your sitting bones. Let your toes soften out and be kind of lazy. Then bend your elbows. Point your elbows back. It's hard to keep the feet lazy. And then sit up. Press the arms towards straight. Grip the fingertips and maybe lift your heel of your hand a tiny bit. Then bring it down. Let the elbows bend. And then lift up. It's a good kind of brain exercise for me to keep my feet relaxed because I keep wanting to flex them and make them really active. So for now, we're going to let them be lazy. And then lift up. And then back down. Straighten the arms. Lift the heels of the hands. Then let's go ahead and drag the backs of the hands forward with the arms being really, really, really loose. Drag the backs of the hands toward your ankles. And take a moment to fold. And then slowly come on up. Good. Interlace the fingers, press the palms forward. Press the hands over to the left. And pull back on that left wrist. Pull back on the fingertips a little bit as you press the heel of the hand forward. And then go the other way. And press the heel of the hand, right heel of the hand away from the shoulder as you draw the left arm bone back into the shoulder socket. So you kind of drag that stretch through the front of the wrist and hand. And then come back to center, lazy palms up. Make your way down, all the way down onto your back. Come on down to the back. Now extend your arms up. Let your legs be really soft. Let your toes be soft. Look up at your hands. Make gentle fists. Start to rotate the fists around in either direction. I'm always doing a lot of like rotating the toes around type of thing, and often neglecting or forgetting about the wrists. So take some rotations here. Let your belly be soft, and then do the other way, opposite direction. Notice that chaining down into your wrists, into your elbows, into your shoulders. Good. And then open your hands, fan the fingers wide, turn the palms forward, spin the palms away. For a moment, bring the backs of the hands to touch and reach your fingertips up away from your chest. And then open and shower the palms open, all the way open, out to a T. Drag the hands into the ground toward your body. And then press the palms away like you're trying to stretch the space between the hands away. And then pull in like you're trying to squeeze the hands in toward each other, and then press away. And just kind of do that a couple times back and forth and see how that feels, chaining up into the shoulder joint. Good. Now just bring the soles of feet together, knees splay open in this Baddha Konasana. Slide the hands down, rest the hands on the belly with a light interlace. Good. Take an inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, let it out. And then float the hands up again. I want to do just a little bit of a massage with the right hand, giving a little squeeze from the elbow right up to the wrist. Maybe right up into the hand. And do that a couple times. Just a little self-love, send some love to that forearm, send some nourishing energy. And then the other side, left hand from the elbow right up to the wrist, right up to the hand. A couple times. Bringing some energy, some chi, some life, some prana into that area. Take your right hand around your wrist. Give the wrist a little light squeeze. It can be a fist with your left hand, and then the left hand is around your right hand, little fist. Give that wrist a little squeeze. Just gentle. Good. And then just do this kind of little punching, like the little boxing kangaroo, little punching right up toward the sky. Just because it's silly, loosening up the shoulders a little bit, and then release down. Bring your knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Rock massage your back. And one happy baby for good measure. Notice the warmth and the light in your hands and wrists as you take your feet and connecting that warmth right into your feet, right into your heels. Good. Evening out the body, evening out your back and hips. And then go ahead and release. Bring your feet onto the ground. Do a couple windshield wipers. Let your hands be nice and lazy as we come over to the left. Take a moment to pause on the left, and then slowly and gently come on up to sit. So we'll come up to sit, cross your non-habitual ankle on top. And we're going to take our fingertips lightly out to the side. Reach them away as far as you can. Let the fingertips touch the ground. As you sit up tall, think of drawing energy from the earth up into your arms, up into your heart, up through the crown of the head. Fortifying, strengthening your heart, your intuition. And bring the hands through heart center, through Anjali Mudra, which is a nice wrist stretch in and of itself as the elbows lengthen away. We bring the heels of the hands to press. I'm wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and always trust on the journey. Namaste. That means the light within me honors the light within you. Thank you so much for practicing. I really appreciate it. And thanks for being a part of my channel. Please like, share, subscribe. Help me spread the word about this channel. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Take care.